Well, I think this Youth Month has been all about taking it a step further. What can we do as young South Africans to not only improve ourselves, but better the country around us? And doing volunteer work is where you really start to learn about yourself and also make a positive change in your community.
And we're back again with our second edition of our chat with creative parenting expert Nikki Bush. And we're talking about the importance of encouraging your child to get involved in community service as a way of teaching them empathy. And you were saying earlier on that it's even a requirement of some companies or some universities that you've done a certain amount of community service before you finish matric. So it's actually quite a good thing that you support.
Absolutely. And we're trying to make sure that our children become contributors,
yes,
that they're not just takers, that they are givers. And some schools even look at your community service profile before considering you for a leadership position. Mm-hmm. And I think that is also quite telling.
Do you think that this community service should occur in a family context? I'm talking about outside of the school now, in a family context, or should we try and encourage our children to do it on an individual basis?
I think you're looking at family, you're looking at school, which is group, and you're looking at individual. Ultimately, we're wanting our children to take ownership, yes, of volunteerism. Volunteerism as a movement, as a way of life, mm-hmm, not just something we do for our 67 minutes in one day, once a year, yeah, but something we do on a continual basis. With small children, it can start off with every season sorting through the cupboards, taking out all the clothes that don't fit and deciding who we're going to give these to. Is it a hand-me-down to a brother, sister or cousin? Or are we actually going to give these to children who are in need? Yeah. And what about all the toys? Our children have more stuff than any previous generation ever had. Mm. They can afford, for many of them, to give away the stuff they don't use.
Yeah. So what kind of community service projects are out there and are available for families and children to get engaged in?
These days, there's such a wide variety. You can get involved in planting veggie gardens and trees. You can get involved with orphanages and children. You can do lots of stuff with the SPCA and pet rescue organizations. But there's an amazing organization called Community Hours SA, and just go and Google them. They specialize in matching youth to projects. So as an organization needing volunteers, you can register. And as a school, as an individual, as a family, you can register and you can find things where there's common interest. So for example, if your child is a swimmer, yes, they might not want to go and clean floors at the vet or wash dogs at the SPCA. Okay. But they could go to the local swimming pool, the rec center, and they can teach underprivileged children how to swim. Wow. Now, wouldn't that be a great match?
Yeah, absolutely. And so at the end of the day, just to kind of summarize what we've been talking about today, maybe if you could just rehash, especially for those that are maybe tuning in right now, the benefits, the absolute crucial benefits. We talk about future-proofing your child, making sure that they are a positively contributing member of community. What are the benefits of getting your child involved in community service?
Broaden perspective, get beyond your immediate environment. Look at giving rather than taking, so being generous, being a contributor, giving children perspective that life is much bigger than just their bubble. And ensuring your children grow up to be resourceful and resilient, because if they see what's out there, that it's not all a bed of roses for people, they will A, appreciate what they've got more, and B, try and give other people a leg up in life.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I love it. Thank you so much, as always, Nikki, for coming in and sharing your expert advice with us. We really do appreciate it. And we hope that has helped you as a parent at home in order to help your children become better members of our communities. As one big cat once said, we are all part of the circle of life.